What's up, you guys? I am sorry. Hold on one second. There we go. All right, you guys. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you guys. Apostle T here. I pray that you guys are doing well on this beautiful Friday morning. I wanted to come on and release the word that God gave me this morning as I was spending some time with him. Of course, on my walk, I've grown to really love and learn. I've learned to look forward to, excuse me if I'm talking funny, you guys. I literally just came from the dentist. But I've learned to love those times with God, especially bright and early in the morning before literally the world wakes up. But this morning, he released a right on time word that has proven to bear fruit. Hold on one second, you guys. It's proven to bear fruit throughout the day, and it's just 9 a.m. And so our declaration on this morning is going to be God is faithful. That is going to be our on this morning. Earlier this morning, as I was I woke up maybe around 3 a.m. Just typical waking up, taking Bo out, and kind of just use that time to spend time with God before my walk. But as I was walking and talking with God this morning, I asked him, I said, Lord, what would you have me to tell your people on today? And the words that I heard God tell me were that today of sudden turnarounds for many people. For many people, it's going to be a day where areas where you have not had the clarity on what to do about certain things or certain situations, it's going to be that kind of day where the Lord begins to turn it around for your good. I want to say maybe about a day ago, my tooth began to bother me. And this is kind of where the revelation stemmed from. Hey, Mrs. Edna, it's so good to see you. Again, our declaration is God is faithful. But about yesterday, my tooth began to bother me. You guys know, and literally at the tail end of last year, I started to focus more on focusing on taking care of my teeth. And so I had a toothache. So yesterday the toothache came back. And so I was kind of like, Lord, I don't have the money to get it pulled right now. And I was really teeth cleaned. Seeking God concerning what am I freezing, you guys? Am I freezing? Okay, we should be good. But as I was seeking God just concerning the situation, what he wanted me to do, how he wanted me to approach it. And honestly, that's an entirely different word of when you have questions about things, when problems, I guess, come up, what do you do? A lot of people, and I'm going to just kind of sidetrack here just for a little bit because I need to make this point. But a lot of people, when things begin to happen, when you get blindsided with issues, a lot of people turn to their emotions. They turn to man. Hey, Visha. A lot of people turn to their emotions. They turn to man for the strategy. But my question to you is, and that is actually the first part of this revelation, is who are you turning to when things pop up? When you're dealing with things that you don't know how to handle, when situations arise that are too big for you, who are you turning to? Because who you turn to makes all the difference. It makes all of the difference concerning your mental state, your emotional state, and whether or not, you actually have clarity, right? And so this is something that I've been doing. Excuse me for how I'm talking. I literally just got my teeth cleaned. But this is something that I've been doing over the years, is when things pop up, I've been going to God. But more specifically in this season, I found myself, as I've been coming up on certain things happening, retreating more and more to God. And so this morning, that was exactly what I did. My tooth is hurting. I know I have a dentist appointment to get my teeth cleaned, but I wonder if I can push it off and if they can just pull this thing instead. Needless to say, I'm seeking God, and God begins to give, Lord, what do you want me to do? What would you even have me to tell your people? Because I knew that there was a revelation in it. And so God's response to me this morning was simply, today will be a day of sudden turnarounds. I'm going to say it again. Today will be a day of sudden turnarounds. Areas where you have not known what to do. Today for many people is going to be that day where God gives you divine insight, where he gives you strategy, where he gives you a clear set of instructions on what you need to be doing and how you need to be maneuvering through life. And so after he said that, he gave me a strategy. He said, call your mom and ask her to help you. And so she literally gave me the money to get my teeth cleaned. And so when I went there, I called the dentist to try to delay the teeth cleaning, to just get it pulled. But what they told me was, you got to get your teeth cleaned first before you get it pulled. So literally she gave me exactly what I needed. And so I get to the dentist and I'm talking to the hygienist, the woman that was actually cleaning my teeth. Do you not know, as I was sitting there, the dentist that saw me last time walks in, and the hygienist, I didn't even have to ask this dentist. The hygienist literally said, hey, she's planning to get her teeth. You need to put her on some antibiotics. And she said, do you need to look at it again? The dentist is like, no, because I'm pretty sure it still needs to be. So needless to say, in literally 1 minute, the dentist is like, I'm about to go ahead and call you in the antibiotics that you need. Hey, how y'all doing? And so as I was getting to the car, the Lord told me, and this kind of like made me drop my jaw. He said, I took turnarounds. We have a certain expectation. God is going to turn a situation around. I'm going to say times when it revolves around like hearing certain things, when we hear breakthrough, when we hear miracle, a lot of times we already have our mind made up as far as what the miracle should look like, what the breakthrough should look like, and even to a certain degree, what the turnaround is going to look like. Not even going to God and saying, what does turnaround look like for me? And so in that moment of God telling me that, I knew that when he said turnaround, what he meant was this thing that you were concerned about, this thing that you were worrying about, this thing that you had so many questions about, this thing that you were even starting to have a little bit of fear about. Do you not see how when we break down the word turnaround, right? It breaks down into two words. Turn around. Like when you think about in the aspect of your life, and I pray that I'm making sense. I feel like I'm talking choppy. I feel like I'm talking weird. I'm not gonna lie. My gums are a little bit irritated. But when we think about that word, turn around, right? Think about it. If you're driving, right? And you have your GPS going and you miss your turn. What the GPS will tell you is, one, you missed your turn. It'll say rerouting. And then if there's a place for you to turn around at, it'll tell you turn around. When you think about why does the GPS tell you to turn around, it tells you to turn around when you are going in the wrong direction. You see, there are some of you guys, I feel God now. There are some of you guys where, you looking at certain situations and you like, God, this thing look like it's about to go south. It looks like it is going in the wrong direction, right? But on today, what God is saying is, tell my children I'm turning it around. Areas where it looked like you were that you were on a decline, the Lord says, tell them I'm turning it around. So here I was, low-key worried. God, I don't want to go through the weekend with my tooth hurting, right? I had so many concerns because having a toothache is no pain. It's no joke, right? And so here I am concerned about this. The fear that I'm going to have to go through the weekend, right? Having a fear that the dentist is going to give me a hard time giving me the antibiotics I need. But I had so many different fears about that. And literally in a matter of a few hours, right? A few minutes at the dentist's office, he turns it around. He turns it in the opposite direction. And so I want those of you guys that are here to just literally type in on the screen, God is turning it around for my good. He's turning it around. Whatever your it is speaking, that today will be a day of sudden turnarounds. And what he means by sudden is that for many of these things that God is turning around to work in your favor, turning around to go in a positive direction, it is going to happen it's almost going to happen instantly. For many people, for some people, it may be financial, where you have some things, right? You may have some things that you've got to get handled. You need to trust that today will be the day that God turns it around for your good. You may have some things hanging in the balance with living arrangements. It may be other things, but surely as I am on here, as you guys can see my face, God is saying that today is going to be that day where he turns it around. Now check this. He ain't saying he's going to turn every single thing around. But what he is saying is that the things that really bring fear out of us, he's turning some things around so that as we enter into, this weekend, so that there's a sense of peace within us, a peace in knowing that God will not fail us, and a peace in knowing that things are working out for our good. I don't know who needed to hear this word, but the Lord wants me to tell you, do not think worst case scenario. Just because it doesn't look good at the moment doesn't mean that God can't touch it. And the thing about God touching a situation is, honestly, he can only literally touch even a portion of his pinky, and your situation could be turned around. But the thing about it too, with these turnarounds, God is giving strategy. He's giving strategic instructions to get you there. His strategy for me looked like you need to go in and get your teeth cleaned. And I'm gonna be real, I was honestly trying not to go and get my teeth cleaned. I'm gonna be real. I was honestly trying not to go because I felt like I just need the antibiotics, and once the tooth stop hurting, then I can do whatever it is that I need to do. I pray that I'm making sense. That was my mindset. But as I literally retreated to God, what he told me is, listen, you need to go get your teeth cleaned. The dentist confirmed it because they like, listen, we're not touching your mouth until you get it cleaned. And so, hold on one second, you guys. It may be a little bit of a bump. They are working on these roads. But his strategy for me looked like, go get your teeth. Little did I know it was a 2-in-1 kind of deal. Not only do you get your teeth, also get the antibiotics that you desperately need, right? And so his strategy for your turnaround, it may not look like a strategy that you want to do. It may not be something that you even thought of. It may be something that just like, why would I do that? But as you obey whatever instructions God gives you, one, as you retreat to him and to receive the instructions, but as you obey them and follow them to a T, what many people are going to see, that the things that you've been worrying about, that God is about to turn it around. And that is today's broadcast. Listen, that is it. That is it. That was what he wanted me to release. And so I'm about to go ahead and get off of here. But again, the word is, he's turning it around for you. Whatever your it is, I encourage you that if there's something that you woke up with on your mind, something that you woke up with that really troubled you, to go and retreat to God. He have you to do about it. And I encourage you to be receptive to however, because at the end, I pray that you guys can still hear me. I pray that you guys can still hear me. Am I freezing? Can someone let me know if I am freezing? Okay, I should be good. But what I was saying is, at the end of the day, God knows exactly what you need to be doing to get the results that you're believing him for. So be obedient, be prayerful, and watch God do it for you. And so to those of you guys that feel led to sow seed into this word, you can sow. You can sow one or two ways. You can sow via PayPal, or you can sow via the CashApp. At the moment, the funds are going to go for my tooth so that it is no longer hurting. That is it. I'm not sure how much that it is expensive, but I believe it should be around 20. I think I'm freezing. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get this thing to a place where it's not freezing. Am I freezing? Can someone let me know if I'm freezing? Okay, there we go. But I want to say the goal today is around $20 just so that I can get the medication that I need for my tooth. And that's where the money is literally going to be going on today. And so To those of you guys that are sowing, that's where it's going. The seed title is God is turning it around for me. The ways to sow are in the bio. If you need prayer for anything or have a testimony, you guys can send those to the email address located in the description of every single video. Sowing seed into the goal, and just label it paid in full or God is faithful. But that is the word today. I pray that it blesses you. I pray that and I know that it is going to be a word that bears fruit to all of those that can truthfully receive it. And so, as I always tell you guys, I love y'all. I am rooting for you. And so until